Have you ever seen an image that just stops you in your tracks? One that feels both ancient and otherworldly, telling a story without a single word. Today, we're going to dive deep into a piece of art that does exactly that. We'll explore the intricate details, the profound symbolism, and the powerful emotions woven into its very fabric. This isn't just about what you see on the surface. It's about the journey of its creation, the stories it whispers, and the universal themes it touches upon, themes of connection, duality, and the beautiful complexity of existence. As we begin to look closer, the first thing that commands our attention is the central figures, conjoined twin sisters. Their expressions are serene, their eyes closed as if in a shared dream or a moment of deep contemplation. This isn't a depiction of struggle, but one of profound unity. Their shared existence is portrayed not as a limitation, but as a complete and harmonious bond. The artist has chosen a chest-up portrait, focusing our gaze on their faces and the incredible ornament they wear. This composition creates an immediate sense of intimacy, drawing us into their silent world. Their skin is rendered in a pale, almost luminous ivory, standing in stark contrast to the deep, cosmic background. It gives them an ethereal quality, as if they are beings made of moonlight and porcelain, set against the vastness of the night sky. Let's talk about that background. It's not just black. It's a deep, rich void of black and dark blue, like the furthest reaches of space. And scattered within this darkness are tiny, glittering stars. They aren't just random specks. They feel intentional, like a map of a distant galaxy or a field of scattered diamonds. This celestial backdrop elevates the sisters from mere mortals to cosmic entities. It suggests that their story, their connection, is as timeless and vast as the universe itself. The darkness isn't menacing. It's peaceful, a quiet expanse that allows the central figures to shine with an almost divine light. It's the kind of quiet you find in the dead of night, looking up at the stars, feeling both small and infinitely connected. Now, let's turn our focus to the most intricate element of this piece, the crown. This is no ordinary piece of jewelry. It appears to be crafted from bone, its structure organic and complex, wrapping around their heads in a delicate, almost skeletal embrace. It's a powerful symbol. Bone represents structure, the very foundation of life, but also mortality and the echoes of what came before. It speaks of ancestry, of a shared lineage that is both physical and spiritual. The design is symmetrical, mirroring the perfect balance of the twins themselves. It doesn't sit on their heads. It seems to grow from them, an extension of their being. This blurs the line between the body and adornment, suggesting their royalty is inherent, a part of their very essence. Embedded within this bone-like structure are eyes. But these aren't their eyes. They are wide open, watchful, and seem to be made of deep amber or dark red gems. While the sisters' eyes are closed in peaceful introspection, these other eyes are vigilant, gazing outward. What could this mean? Perhaps they represent a different kind of sight intuition, wisdom, or a connection to a higher plane of consciousness. They could be protective guardians, watching over the sisters as they rest. Or maybe they symbolize the world's gaze, the external perception that contrasts with the twins' internal reality. This duality of vision, the inward and the outward, is a fascinating concept, adding layers of psychological depth to the artwork. The color palette is incredibly deliberate and powerful. Besides the cosmic black and blue and the ivory skin, the dominant color is a warm, antique gold. It's not a bright, gaudy yellow, but a rich, deep gold with an aged patina. This gold is used for the filigree, the jewelry, and the delicate textures that adorn the sisters and their crown. It catches the light with a subtle, magical glow, suggesting immense value, divinity, and timeless wisdom. Gold is often associated with the sacred, with royalty, and with enlightenment. Here, it reinforces the idea that these sisters are not just people, but revered figures embodying a sacred truth. The warmth of the gold provides a beautiful contrast to the cool tones of the background, creating a focal point that is both visually stunning and emotionally resonant. Look at the details. The artist has avoided any simplified or cartoonish styles. Every element is rendered with painstaking intricacy. You can almost feel the texture of the lace on their clothing, the cool smoothness of the bone, and the metallic weight of the gold filigree. Tiny details, like the individual strands of their warm, light blonde hair, are meticulously captured. This level of detail invites you to spend time with the image, to let your eyes wander and discover new things with each viewing. It's a testament to the artist's skill and dedication, a commitment to creating a world that feels completely real, even in its fantasy. This realism is what makes this surreal element so impactful. Because it feels so tangible, we are more willing to believe in the magic it presents. So, what is the story being told here? On one level, it's a story of duality. Two individuals, one existence, the inner world versus the outer world, peace and vigilance, life and mortality. The sisters embody the idea that these opposites don't have to be in conflict. Instead, they can exist in a state of perfect harmony and balance. Their conjoined nature becomes a metaphor for all the dualities we carry within ourselves. We all have a public face and a private self, a logical side and an intuitive side. This image suggests that embracing and integrating these different parts of ourselves is the path to wholeness and serenity. The artwork also speaks to the theme of profound connection in a world that often emphasizes individuality and independence. This piece is a powerful celebration of unity. The sisters' bond is absolute and unbreakable. Their shared calm, their mirrored existence, and the symmetrical design all point to a connection that transcends the physical. It's a soul connection, a deep and resonant harmony that many of us long for in our own lives, whether it's with a partner, a friend, a family member, or even a part of ourselves. It reminds us that we are not isolated islands. We are all interconnected in ways we may not always see. The celestial background reinforces this, hinting at the universal web that ties all of life together. As we continue to gaze at this image, notice how the slow zoom and the subtle glow on the gold create a meditative experience. It's not a fast-paced video, it's an invitation to slow down, to breathe, and to simply be with the art. The gentle motion mimics the act of leaning in, of wanting to get closer and understand more deeply. The glowing gold feels like a slow pulse, a heartbeat, infusing the static image with a subtle life force. It's a a masterful use of motion to enhance the mood and draw the viewer even further into the piece's enchanting atmosphere. This isn't just an image to be seen, it's an environment to be inhabited, a feeling to be experienced. In the end, this artwork is a mirror. What we see in it reflects our own experiences, our own questions, and our own desires. Some may see a story of sisterhood and love. Others might find a spiritual allegory about the nature of the soul. Still others might be captivated by the sheer beauty and technical skill. There is no single right answer, and that is the true power of great art. It opens up a space for conversation, for introspection, and for wonder. It reminds us that beauty can be found in the complex, the unusual, and the mysterious. It encourages us to look beyond the surface and to appreciate the intricate stories that are woven into the world around us. This piece is a timeless symphony of contrast and harmony, a visual poem that speaks directly to the soul. It's a reminder that within our complex lives, there is a potential for balance, and within our connections to others, there is a source of profound strength and peace. It's a quiet masterpiece that will stay with you long after you've looked away, its serene and watchful eyes forever etched in your memory. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive. I hope it has inspired you to look at the world and at art with a new sense of wonder. If you enjoyed this exploration, please consider subscribing for more journeys into the heart of creativity.